Hey, Todd Usher with Addison Homes, and today we're going to talk about one of my pet peeves, ductwork in unconditioned attics. So I'm walking through a project here in Greenville that's being built by a production home builder. This is a townhome project, and I always like to walk through these projects just to see what's going on in the code built world. And one of the things that drives me nuts that is common practice in most new home construction today is putting our heating and cooling ductwork in the unconditioned attic. Probably putting it into one of the worst areas as far as environmental stress that we could put ductwork. The attic is going to be probably 130, 140 degrees in the summer, and then it's going to be cold in the winter. And we put our heating and cooling ductwork, the true lungs of our building, up in that hostile environment and somehow expect it to be efficient and then to provide comfort to the occupants in the building. But it meets code, and code is the minimum allowable standard of what is legal to do in a building today. And I think it's just important for all of us to understand and acknowledge that we shouldn't be proud about building to the minimum legal standard building code. We should strive to build better, to build homes and buildings that exceed the code and that balance performance with budget, but embrace the best practices to do the things that we know will result in the highest energy efficiency and the greatest comfort for the occupants that are going to be living in this home for years and years to come. And one of the things that code allows is ductwork in unconditioned spaces up in the attic. We decided years ago to build to the Department of Energy Zero Energy Ready Home standard that requires that all of our heating and cooling ductwork be inside conditioned space, which means that we can't run our ducts up in an unconditioned attic. We've got to figure out ways strategically to keep that ductwork inside conditioned space. So it's in a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. And it doesn't have to endure the extreme temperatures in the summer and the extreme temperatures in the winter and try to perform to keep the occupants comfortable. It does make it more difficult. In some cases, we have to be very strategic in how we install our heating and cooling systems and where we place the ductwork. But with a little forethought and planning, we can make this happen. I want to just show you some of the details in this production built house. You can see that the ductwork is scattered about throughout the attic space. And one of the things that I see so often is installers will actually strap the ductwork to the underside of the roof deck. It's not only bad enough that the ductwork is in an unconditioned attic, it's even worse to strap the ducts to the hottest surface in that unconditioned attic, the bottom of the roof deck. But it's common practice. I see this all the time. And I'm not trying to point fingers and say, that these people are bad that do this. They simply don't know the impact that their installation methods make, and what they're doing is perfectly allowable and perfectly legal because it meets building code. When we approach our buildings, we want to make sure those ducts are in conditioned space, not hugging a surface that's going to have an extreme temperature difference like the underside of a roof deck. So in a nutshell, we can do better. There are easy methods that take a little more forethought, a little more planning, and maybe some engineering to get the performance that will provide comfort and energy efficiency to the homeowners well into the future. We just have to embrace these. We have to embrace the best practices, think a little differently about how we approach building homes today, and build the best home possible within an acceptable budget that will function to save energy and provide occupants with the best health inside and the greatest comfort possible. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more to come.